Why did this agile predator thrive in humid floodplains filled with cycads instead of ancient arid deserts? How did a creature reaching 6 meters long become the largest carnivorous dinosaur ever discovered in Japan? What drove multiple individuals to gather in a single quarry for possible communal breeding and group nesting activities? How did this hunter survive alongside competing theropods and massive herbivores across the ancient Kitadani Formation landscape? Why does the first complete Japanese non-avian skeleton represent such a monumental breakthrough for Asian paleontological research? Don't miss what comes next in this story. Watch to the very end.
I'm Johnny Doni, and this channel explores dinosaur history grounded in real paleontological science. In Shadows of the Agile Predator, we track Fukuiraptor through humid Cretaceous floodplains. Monetization here has grown unpredictable lately, so this channel relies entirely on direct viewer support. Becoming a sponsor on Patreon ensures every contribution helps produce the next film. Link below. Please like and subscribe to keep these documentaries alive. Now let's step into the past.
Shadows of the Agile Predator. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Søren Kierkegaard. Floodplain habitat. Across the island of Honshu, braided rivers thread a warm lowland basin. This is the Kitadani Formation of the Teteri Group, laid down between 127 and 113 million years ago. Layer by layer, silt settles across the floodplain, pressing an early Cretaceous world into stone. The climate here is humid and warm, unlike the arid deserts that mark so many Cretaceous sites elsewhere. Monsoon rains swell the channels and feed shallow lakes across the basin. Flooded shallows linger year-round, sustaining a lush, subtropical ecosystem rare for its age. Dense undergrowth crowds the riverbanks. Tree ferns and cycads fill the humid understory, while ginkgos and tall conifers shade the higher ground. No flower has yet opened here. The flowering forms lie millions of years away, and the green world runs on spores and cones. The floodplain teems beyond the river's edge. Contemporary crocodilians bask along the muddy banks, while a pier sauropodomorph moves slowly through the fern meadow, stripping foliage from the cycad fronds. Overhead, contemporary pterosaurs wheel above the open channels in the humid air. Two stages frame this window of the early Cretaceous, the Barremian and the Aptian, near 14 million years. Small synapsids move through the leaf litter beneath the conifers, and a pier theropod rests in dappled shade beyond the clearing. The Kitadani quarry preserves them all. Across the Teteri group, sediments stack bed upon bed, each recording the rise and fall of seasonal floods. Through the humid Barremian and Aptian, this basin gathers its archive of subtropical time as shifting rivers rework the floodplain grain by grain. This chapter reveals the Kitadani Formation preserved a humid subtropical floodplain rather than arid deserts. We documented this rare ecosystem in detail. Share your observations about the preserved environment in the comments. Like and subscribe. The next chapter reveals how Fukuiraptor evolved for speed across these banks.
Bipedal species. A shape breaks from the fern cover and crosses open ground in a blur. This is Fukuiraptor, lightly built and 5 to 6 meters from snout to tail tip. Full grown, it weighs roughly 175 kilograms, modest for a theropod of its length. The whole frame is engineered for speed. Long hind limbs carry the body in rapid bursts across the fern floor, while the light skeleton favors mobility over mass. This is a bipedal body plan, built to sprint rather than to overpower. Held level behind, the stiffened tail acts as a counterweight through every sudden turn. As the animal pivots at speed, that rigid rod steadies the body and keeps each stride true. Balance, not brute force, defines this bipedal species. Beside its neighbors, the scale reads clearly. A peer sauropodomorph browses the distant conifers, dwarfing the slender runner, while the small lizard Dallinghosaurus threads the leaf litter at its feet. Between these extremes stands a mid-sized animal, neither giant nor dwarf. Growth came swiftly. The young reached adult stature within only a few years, their light frames firming into the lithe form that ranged these banks. Overhead, a colony of Gidapterous wheels above the channels, indifferent to the runners gaining ground below. Now full grown, the animal shows its one great gift. It accelerates across the open floor, tail held rigid, hind limbs driving in long strides. The whole 175-kilogram body, a study in controlled speed. This is Fukuiraptor, 5 meters of agility poised on 2 legs. Why did a lightly built predator evolve for speed instead of strength across these floodplains? We traced how agility replaced mass for survival. Share your reasoning in the comments. Hit like and subscribe. The next chapter reveals why multiple skeletons clustered at a single riverbank.
Nest colony. Something unusual lies within the rock of the Kitadani quarry. Not one skeleton, but many, packed close together. Several individuals came to rest in the same place, hinting that adults gathered here to breed within a single stretch of riverbank. In the breeding season, this riverside drew them into loose company. A pure pterosaur colony wheels above the channels, while the gathered adults move among the ferns below. For a normally solitary animal, such seasonal congregation marks a rare moment of tolerance. No confirmed nest of Fukuiraptor has ever been found. Yet the crowding of remains at this single locality suggests a shared nesting ground, a place returned to season after season. Small synapsids scurry through the leaf litter, unnoticed among the larger visitors. What form the eggs took can only be inferred. Related megaraptorans likely laid elongated eggs in shallow ground depressions, perhaps brooding the clutch to hold its warmth as living birds still do. Here an ancient parental instinct may first have stirred. The young grew with remarkable haste. Within only a few years, a hatchling could attain adult stature, its slighter frame steadily filling out as it matured. Overhead, a lone pure pterosaur drifts across the canopy, casting a brief shadow over the sheltered nesting hollows below. As dusk settles, the adults remain close, their calls carrying low across the shallows between the fern stands. In this crowded bend of riverbank, the next generation takes shape, sheltered by the loose colony that first gathered to raise it. While earlier chapters traced solitary hunters, this one reveals a shared breeding ground. We see how seasonal gatherings shaped their survival. Comment below on this behavioral shift. Hit like and subscribe. The next chapter shows how rivals challenge this fragile colony.
Territorial rival. Along a contested stretch of riverbank, 2 rival Fukuiraptor square up over the same ground. They rush together and clash. each driving its 175 kilograms into the collision, long grasping arms hooking for a hold. The lighter animal staggers and breaks away into the ferns. Some rivals cannot be barged aside. Eutyrannus, heavier and armed with a crushing bite, strides into the clearing, and the lighter Fukuiraptor gives ground. Outmatched in mass, it relies on speed, darting clear in a rapid burst before the larger predator can close. Out over open water, a Zungaripterus circles once, then dips low to pluck a fish breaking the surface, water beading off its beak as it climbs away. The shoal reforms almost instantly, undisturbed. Life along the shoreline resumes its steady, unremarkable pace. Deeper in the ferns, a resident wheels to face an intruder of its own kind. The resident charges mid-stride, and the intruder turns to flee. A short pursuit follows across the fern floor before the challenger concedes the ground and slips away. Between contests, the survivor moves on, threading the fern floor in search of quieter ground. A small mammal, Jeholodons, darts from its path and vanishes beneath the undergrowth. In a shrinking range crowded with competitors, every unclaimed stretch of bank is worth defending. As dusk falls, a larger carnivorous theropod claims the disputed ground, and Fukuiraptor concedes. Speed, not strength, is its answer to every rival. It turns on its long legs and vanishes into the ferns. Outmaneuvered but unharmed, the agile predator survives another day. The next chapter traces how this agile hunter became a landmark discovery. We have followed its daily survival, and now we reveal its lasting legacy. Comment below with your predictions. Like and subscribe. The next chapter shows how fossils rewrite evolution.
Fossil lineage. For all its speed, Fukuiraptor could not outrun the slow unraveling of its world. As rivers shifted and resources dwindled, the once thriving carnivore faded across the shrinking lowland. An aging individual crosses the drying channels, threading the ferns it has known all its life. One still morning, the aging animal falls beside a quiet channel and does not rise. Its carcass settles into the soft sediment as the river slides past. Within days, the flooding stream draws silt across the fallen form, sealing it from the air. Buried deep, the carcass begins its slow transformation. Over ages, mineral-rich fluids seep through the sediment, and the skeleton is preserved grain by grain in stone. What was once a swift carnivore becomes a fossil, locked within the Kitadani beds of central Japan. Recovered from the Kitadani quarry in Katsuyama City, these remains astonished paleontology in the year 2000. Azuma and Curry named the animal Fukuiraptor kitadaniensis, the first non-avian dinosaur from Japan known from a fully reconstructed skeleton. A landmark for Asian science had come to light. The reconstruction settled an old question. Its distinctive grasping arms marked Fukuiraptor as an early Megaraptoran and helped clarify the definition of Megaraptora, refining a whole branch of Carnosaur lineage. Here stood a bridge linking earlier Carnosaurs to the tyrant dinosaurs still to come. Yet the theropod line did not end here. From that same branch of two-legged dinosaurs would rise the ancestors of every modern bird alive today. And in the quiet stone of Katsuyama, Fukuiraptor endures, preserved for all time in the rock that once buried it. Our journey from humid floodplains to fossil lineage concludes with Fuku Raptor's enduring legacy. We invite you to share your most significant takeaway regarding its evolutionary role below. Please like and subscribe to support our ongoing research into prehistoric ecosystems. Explore our other documentaries for more insights into ancient life.
Our exploration of shadows of the agile predator draws to a quiet close. I'm Johnny Doni, and together we traced the swift steps of Fukuiraptor across ancient Japanese floodplains. If this journey resonated, please like and subscribe, then share your thoughts below. For first viewing, join my Patreon every new dinosaur documentary drops there a week before the public release. Link below. Heartfelt thanks to sponsors and members whose generosity sustains this channel. In just a few seconds, 2 new dinosaur documentaries will appear on your screen. Choose your next adventure and keep exploring with me.